everybody, and welcome back to the Empire Let's Plays series. If you take a look at my Silk Touch pick, you can see it has a lot of wear on it. And that is because I have been mining stone like crazy. And I want to use all that stone to build a road from here down to the Southlands in the Savannah. You may have also noticed that there is some oak on the floor to give it a little bit of a worn texture. Also did a lot of trading between episodes, and so got a few emeralds that we're sitting on. If we've got enough stone left over, something I would like to do is see if we can encase our melon and pumpkin farm in stone to kind of match our other builds in this area. But before we get to work on the road, there was one other thing I think I want to try. In our little chest here by the door, we've been sitting on a lot of ominous bottles, and I think I want to try an ominous trial. We do not have great armor. You know, if we check it out, we have a golden helmet, and I combined some of the helmets that I'd gotten out of the zombie farm. We've got a projectile 1 protection on our chest plate. We've got some plain old iron leggings, and I've got some leather boots with feather falling and projectile protection on them as well. But you know what? I'm feeling kind of lucky. So we're going to grab one of these bottles. We're going to grab a shield. We're going to head down into the trial chambers and see how this goes. One thing that I'm a little bit nervous about is if we drink an ominous bottle while we're too close to the village, I'm afraid we might spawn a raid, and that is not what I want. So we're going to go way down, make sure we're in the trial chamber before we drink anything, and yeah, fight some mobs. I am going to leave a few things down here just because it could go badly and I don't need to lose everything. So some of these items that I don't necessarily need, I'm going to park them in this chest here. See, I'll keep that. That. Well, I might need a pick. Yeah, that looks good. And then here, you can see all the stone that I gathered. Our mine getting really wide open. And if we do get all the way back to the ladder, I guess we could then start mining up or down. So lots of stone to be gathered. So this spawner right down there is a slime spawner. So we can definitely tackle that one. There's another spawner over here that I've been doing a little bit of work on. I think somewhere over here. So here we have a bunch of stray spawners, and you can see what I've done is I've started to remove the floors underneath the spawners. What I'd kind of like to do is eventually create a little bit of a stray farm. One thing that I'm kind of struggling with is, you know, like here we've got a key, up there we've got a key, up there we've got a key. Don't really have a way to get up there to collect the loot. I might have to get some hoppers and that kind of thing to route all of the loot down here. But I think that would be kind of a cool thing so that we could just get, you know, arrows and things whenever we wanted and bones. But yeah, it's still a work in progress. So I think what I'm going to do is start out here with the slime spawner. I'm going to drink this potion or the ominous bottle, and we'll see how this goes. All right. Slimes shouldn't be too bad. The one thing we do have to look out for is the things kind of raining down on us. Like that. Golden carrot. Not very cool. All right, let's see how we do against the strays. potato. There's an ominous key. So there is a ominous vault in here. Go ahead and open that. Okay, I see a banner pattern, another ominous bottle, and an axe. So we got a flow banner pattern, got another bad omen bottle, and a Fortune 1 Efficiency 2 axe. Not great. Well, I think down here we're going to run into a couple of spawners that are kind of stacked on top of each other, if I remember right. Yeah, there's one right there, and there's one up above it. And then we've got a room here. Well, let's see how this goes. Okay. 3 diamonds, enchanted golden apple, windburst 1. Oh boy, we actually got one. I'm not done with this trial yet, so this is very precarious. That's amazing. My sword just broke. I'm in a lot of trouble. You have an axe. Potatoes. Okay, I have 9 minutes left on this trial omen, so I'm going to let that run out before I head back up to the village, because I just don't want to start a raid up there. We did pretty well. We got some arrows, we got some bones, we got some slime, bad omen 5, flow banner pattern. We got a heavy core, never gotten one of those before, that's amazing. Got a wind charge, some diamonds, an enchanted golden apple, and a windburst 1 book. Also got some breeze rods. Not a bad haul. Man, I am so excited that we got a heavy core. I've never used a mace before, and so I'm very interested to see how this goes. You know, I was thinking about maybe crafting a diamond sword or something like that, but now that we've got the mace, maybe we're just going to use the mace. Well, we might as well give it a shot. So let's see here. Heavy core and a breeze rod. There it is, the mace. And that is awesome. Definitely slower than the sword. Gonna take a little practice. Boy, it sure does take up a lot of your peripheral vision. Okay, we got some slime. We got some bones. We got some wind charges. We got a bad omen 5. We got a flow banner pattern. So now we got guster and flow. Got some emeralds. We got some diamonds. Now I know there's certain enchantments that can only go on the mace. For example, windburst is one that would be pretty fun and useful. There's also one, density. That one I think might be useful. Breach, I think, really only matters if you're more of a PvP player. Breach kind of negates the effects of armor. So if you're playing against other people wearing armor, I guess it could negate mobs' armor, but you just don't see that many armored mobs. But yeah, wind charge, density, those are both going to be pretty useful. Wow, that just went so much better than I had hoped. It was tough with lousy armor. You have to really kind of keep up on your health. But man, I'm so stoked that we got a mace. Okay, we're going to grab a bunch of this stone, lug it outside, and we're going to get to work on the road. Right outside this gate, we have our road. And we've mostly laid it out, like we have the tuff all sketched out. So I think this is going to go pretty quick. We're going to come up like this. A little bit of a step up, and then once we get up on top of the hill, it's going to be a little bit more of just a gentle curve, nice and flat. We will eventually do some landscaping as well. I do want there to be trees and things like that. I don't want it to just be a road out in the middle of nowhere. I do want it to look nice. Once we get over here, we're going to start to step down through this little canyon that we cut here. And then we're going to get to this elevated roadway here. I have a vague idea of what I want here, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to grab one of our donkeys over here to help me move some of these materials around, and I'm going to grab our stone cutter so that we can cut down some of the stone. I'm going to start over here at Mingus and work our way back towards the savannah. I just think that'll be the most simple way to approach it. And we'll probably do this in the form of a time lapse. my gosh, we actually did it. This was a lot of blocks. Gonna edge this with tough all the way down and all the way down the other side. Yeah, we've got a road now. We have a road that goes all the way down to the Southlands through our tunnel here. We've got this elevated roadway. Comes along like so. I am going to put some supports under this road here to make it look like it is kind of like a low bridge or something like that. We need to come up with some more permanent lighting, because the torches just are not going to cut it. Once we get up here, again, lighting is going to be a thing, and I do want to put some trees and maybe some other landscaping here. I was considering maybe building up the dirt here, just so it looks like the road kind of cut through. We come along this way, turn towards Mingus, and we'll get the stairway down to town. Looks pretty great. I'm very curious how this is going to look on the map. Well, on this map, looks pretty awesome. And on this map, not sure if it's going to show up on this scale. Let's try and expose more of it here. Nope, not quite big enough to show up on that scale of a map. That's okay, it's still pretty awesome. I think between episodes, I'm going to do just a tiny bit of landscaping along the path. Just plant some trees, things like that, and see how that looks. And then next episode, I think we're going to do a couple of things. One is we're going to start work on our next village. If we move past Mingus up towards the hills, there's another fairly large village up there. And that one, I think, is going to be a pretty big village. When I say big, I mean I'd like the buildings to be a little bit larger than we've done, and I think I'd like there to be twice as many villagers, maybe about 20 villagers. I want each village to kind of have its own feeling, you know, its own personality. And I think this next village that we build just beyond Mingus is going to feel like one of the most old and established villages. And besides starting the next village, I think we might also build a portal and poke our heads into the Nether. And I think that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. If you want to be like these folks and help support the channel, click join down below. Memberships start at 99 cents and it really helps me out. And thanks for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.